Megan Evans, and this is my audition to take drama at university. The monologue is from Steven Berkoff's Kvetch. This is a really nice family. Warm-hearted, kind. How nice of him to ask me. You see, I'm warming up. I feel okay again. Maybe I'll invite them over to me. Yeah, I'll make dinner for them. But I'm not a good cook. Oh no. I've got the demons coming on. Go away, go away. I was happy before. Go away! I can't be invited here again and not reciprocate. They may not expect it, but how many times can you be invited somewhere without reciprocating? Once? Twice? 3 times? I'll make something simple and we'll have a few drinks. We'll eat it in the kitchen and then go into the living room for coffee. Must I think about this now? I'll make some snacks, just a little soupçon of everything. I'll buy it from the deli and then we'll have it in the living room. Should we start in the living room with the drinks and then go to the kitchen? But if I have to make something hot, say a soup, then I'd have to leave them with the drinks in the living room and then run in and out. Or we could always start in the kitchen with the drinks, but then the stereo's in the living room. Shit. We'll play some music, we'll have a few drinks, and then we'll go into the kitchen. Or, still better, I'll leave them with the drinks and then bring all the stuff to the living room. Why schlepp it to the living room when the kitchen's supposed to be where you dine? Unless I bring the stereo into the kitchen. But then what if after we go to the living room for coffee, I can't exactly schlepp it back again? Maybe I'll buy another cassette desk. No, I'll put all the stuff in the living room and then I'll just run in and out. Most of the stuff will be cold anyway, except for the soup and the coffee. Mind you, it's cosy in the kitchen. There's a big wooden table in there. In the living room there's small tables, so I'd have to take the salad round. There's no centre table, so we couldn't all face each other with a bottle in the middle, so I'd have to walk around with the bottle, but at least there would be space. But it's not as warm as in the kitchen. Fuck it. We'll eat in there, it's fine. We'll take the consequences. But it would be nice for them to see the living room after for coffee. Not before. No, after. Not before. Wait. We could eat in the living room if I brought this table into the centre. That way I could put a bottle in the middle. I'd have to take the table from the kitchen. But then after we've eaten, we'd have to sit in the living room surrounded by the dirty dishes. Whereas in the kitchen you can just leave it all as is and say, let's go stretch our feet in the living room. No, I know what I'll do. I'll just kill myself. That way I don't have to do something. I'll take an overdose or get run over by a truck. This is why God breathed life into me. To decide whether the table goes in the living room or the kitchen. Whew! Over lockdown, I chose to use my time off to develop my knowledge in different types of theatre, and so I began to research into different playwrights that would fit my style of theatre the best, and so I read playwrights such as Brecht and Berkoff and Pinter, so that I could further my knowledge into my style of theatre throughout the years. Berkoff was one that spoke to me very much more than the others because he used his satirical writing style to commentate upon political issues as well as societal issues in a way that he was able to use over-the-top characters to express his meaning. This suited my style of theatre very much because due to my musical theatre background, I am very strong at performing these very over-the-top eccentric characters in a performance space. And so I started reading different types of Berkoff plays that spoke to issues that I enjoyed to look into as well. Kvetch was one that spoke to me a lot more than any of the others because of its subject matter on anxiety. Due to everything that's going on right now with the pandemic, I thought that his satirical use of language was really good in commentating upon the minute details of anxiety rather than the really large ones. And so the monologue I chose focused on the really small details of looking at where a table should go in a living room rather than anything larger, because I thought this would be a really fun way to examine it. The main challenges I had with this was finding a balance between the light and shade to create texture in the performance, because I found that saying everything in a really panicky manner made everything sound the same, and so there was no detail within the language that the audience could pick out because all of the words I was saying just muddled together into one. As such, I had to go through the monologue piece by piece and line by line to find different areas where I could use humour and comedy in a much lighter tone, contrasting with the very much more panicked and pause-filled language later on. By doing this, it created a texture within the piece and emotional depth that really added to the impact that the monologue had. Turn it off, mother.